Hey guys, it's Scummer here with another Warhammer Battle Report and another ETC team tournament practice. This is against one of my other team members. So warning, it is ETC and it is also a gunline Orcs versus a gunline Dwarves. So um, you can predict how that will be. Um, so just yeah, a warning, I guess, before starting. If you're not interested in that, wait for my next ones. So let's just quickly jump into some things. Obviously, he's dwarves. He doesn't have any magic. And my list is pretty much the same as the last couple of orc battle reports that you've seen. So I've got Wurzag up there. He's got his two spells that he gets, plus he got Brain Burst, Fists, Hanagorg, and Here We Go. Um, and my level 1, which rolled first, ended up rolling the number 6. So he's got Foot, which I guess is good, but also can't re-roll miscasts. My level 2 gets Itchy, and Gork will fix it, which probably not that useful against an army that's probably not going to come to me, and I'm not going to go to it. So deployment, awesome looking army too. This guy, really well done, and mostly all the new stuff too. I think he had an existing army, and when the new stuff came out, he basically repainted it all and added all the new stuff. So it looks really good. So just I'll run through. It's a bit hard to see on some of these shots just because it's you know it's at the end of the other side of the board as well as the contrast here. I'm playing on a new fat mat. I ordered the Barren Wasteland fat mat and took ages to come, and then they sent the wrong one, so they're resending the real one. But after I unwrapped this one, I looked at it and actually, because I thought they sent the other urban design one, which is a more of a 40k one. But this is, you know, it could be played on 40k or fantasy. Really, it's just doesn't really match my terrain, so I might do some up and actually I'm going to keep this one as well. But I do like the Baron one the best. Anyway, so he's got 3 flaming artilleries and 3 normal ones. So he's got a flaming cannon out there, and then a flaming bolt thrower, and then a flaming organ gun. So my trolls have, literally crapped themselves. And then a normal cannon, a normal organ gun, and a normal bolt thrower. Plus he's got 18 Iron Drakes and his BSB and generals in there. And then just going through his normal units, just some Quarrelers, Longbeards, and then on the right flank some more Quarrelers and 2 Gyros. And yeah, mine. Just quickly, I haven't got all the arrows, but my Wolf hero I put out this side. Um, my first couple of drops were, I think, my Manglers, my Trolls, my single Trolls, and Wolf Boys, and by then I knew where he was sort of going, and I always knew I had to try and hide these Trolls. So they're sitting behind the hill. Um, so he can't, target that. Plus, if by some chance he could indirectly or whatever, at least I get a chance to stop a cannonball going through my artillery. Couldn't get everything behind the hill, obviously. Yeah, my wolf hero's out there to go after that flaming cannon out on the left. So there's my 2 single trolls, my block savages at the back, night goblins, and then my spear chuckers are all out on the other side, 2 of them in the forest. And Vanguards, this guy goes out up, he's outside of the organ gun range where he is. And these guys just move up a little bit, but don't get too close to get shot by Quarrelers. And he rolls enough to get first turn. Actually, we both rolled a 6, but him having a +1 meant he went first. And that's his movement phase. And then his artillery opens up, and he manages only 2 wounds on this mangler from a bolt thrower. I believe the other cannon hit it as well, and it either rolled a 1 to wound. Spoiler, his left cannon just has the worst luck, at least at shooting. And then he's another cannon here only manages 1 wound on my spear chucker, so that's not too bad. But over here, his Quarrelers open up and manage to get a wound through on my hero. So now he's only on 1 wound, and he's got to get up there and, miraculously try and take out some War Machine crews. I don't know. At this stage, I thought he still might. I thought, look, I'll get up there, be out of range, out of arc with those Quarrelers, and he's all his artillery on this side's flaming, so he's got a 2-up ward against it. So I was like, yeah, he should be able to do this. My turn 1, I don't do a whole lot of movement, as you'd probably expect. I can throw up Fists of Gork on my Orcs. Don't think I really did much movement except for moving the Wolf Riders. So the Wolf Riders moved up. They've done it in a way that I can. 2 of them can see the bolt thrower. That's pretty much under my opponent's hand there. I just know they're going to take some casualties, and I didn't want to get stuck, so I couldn't charge. So I've moved them over just enough so they can see. And then yeah, over on the left, my Gobbo heroes moved up out of arc of the Quarrelers and pretty far away. Okay, so he's out of yeah. Anyway, look at there. So the only thing I can really do is throw 5 dice at foot, which I do, get it off irresistibly, and put 2 wounds on a gyro, and then proceed to roll 1, like I do every bloody time. And he only managed to put a 1 wound on my rock lobber, not my doom divers, luckily. So escaped that, but still, foot just never seems to work from that well. And of course, he power drains and loses it. So I've just lost a chunk of my artillery there, or at least my range threat. Doom Divers, my first plan was to throw both of them at this Iron Drake regiment, see if I can thin it down over a turn or 2, and then try and make his characters move, I guess. Because I thought tough 5, strength 5 against artillery is a bit of a waste. The gyros are the other ones to go for, but they were hiding behind the hill initially. So I did a couple of wounds, or maybe only even 1. It's pretty poor. And then shot indirectly at everything else, and I don't think I did much, if anything, which I didn't. So his movement, again, not a whole lot, apart from flying these gyros over the top of my Wolf Riders. And his Quarrelers came out a little bit there just to get ready for the Wolf Riders coming around if the bombs don't take them out. A little bit more movement, his Longbeard's moving. And his Quarrelers on the left there just faced my Wolf Rider, but I mean, they can't shoot now. So this guy misfires on the left. It looks like he's on 1 wound left. So I think one of my, I think one of my Doom Divers missed the Iron Drakes and hit this guy and put a wound on it. That's what it was. He's got 1 wound left. He misfires. The other one doesn't, though, but only puts 1 wound on a Wolf Rider. And then his Bolt Thrower shoots another one, forces a panic check, but they hold. But yeah, luckily, because of the way I'd positioned him, that right-hand guy can still see through to that Bolt Thrower. And they're hidden from those Quarrelers. And then, yeah, this is the thing I didn't see. His furthest organ gun, which isn't flaming, is like 28 inches or something like that. And I don't even think I could have got out of his range. And because, bloody hell, he's got an engineer and every other reroll under the sun, he's still hitting on like 5s and just nailed the guy. So, yeah, that was a shame. Finally, he manages to take that other mangler out that he was trying to shoot at. And I go into my turn 2 and don't do a whole lot of movement. But probably a mistake doing what I did here, but I just wanted to, I just want to get rid of these gyros. So I actually gorked my Night Gobbos over here and shot the Fanatics out. And then rolled like 4 and 5 or something for their movement, so they didn't even hit anyway. But because Hanagorg isn't an actual, your units aren't moving, I've still got 16 shots, short bows, and I threw them into that left-hand gyrocopter. That's the amount of hits I got, and then that's my 2 wound roll, needing 6s. That was a bit of a shame, but I can't really complain. It's a bit of a high-risk maneuver. So I have to send a Doom Diver at it, which I do, and get rid of him. I think more of my Spear Chuckers missed as well. But an indirecting rock lobber all my rock lobbers have been shooting at that left flaming organ gun. That's my first priority to get rid of because I can't really move my trolls out until that thing's gone. It scattered and hit the cannon behind and blew it up, so that was good. So finally getting some points there. And his turn 3, this gyro zooms into my spear chucker, takes it out. And I don't think he did a whole lot on his turn 3 because I don't really have any pitches. So my turn 3, you can see right at the top of the board, I should have arrowed it, those wolf riders have gone into the bolt thrower as well. So my manglers went through my night goblins, took out 6 of them, forced them to flee, so they're running towards the dwarf line. I swift reform my savages just so I can face over here. I need to vindictive glare this if I can. This bolt thrower gyro off, but you know, there's one spell I have that he needs to be worried about, which is vindictive glare. Big worry. So, and he's still got 2 spell eating runes, so you know the chance of me doing much is pretty low. I'd pop my general out. He's pretty safe to hide behind. He's sitting behind the 6 trolls, if you can sort of see him. That's primarily, you know, I didn't want to. If he moved with the savages, he was going to be out of 12 of those trolls. So he's back there babysitting. Actually, I don't know why I just didn't join him with the trolls. It's pretty stupid, isn't it? Even though he doesn't get lookout, sir. But actually, then maybe he's not going to be hidden. Anyway, move one of the trolls back just to get out of range of the organ gun. And not a lot more. Looks like in his turn he had put a wound on a troll there. So I fire the Doom Dives at this guy. They just scatter and miss and don't do a whole lot. He comes in on his turn 4 into one of my spear chuckers. These crawlers move up on the hill ready to get some shots. And you can see here the Wolf Rider there, Kavak. It's actually amazing. I mean, he's killed some of my guys, but I've got this one guy who he's actually, they held even though they killed the Wolf Rider. And then I think they proceeded to pretty much stay there the whole game, which is quite funny. And since I'm not moving, he might as well just move his organ guns up. He's just been wasting time there, so he does that. And I think he took a shot and failed to wound this mangler again or something. He had that left cannon of his just wasn't hitting anything. I move around a little bit more to take another shot on my turn 4 at this gyrocopter. So yeah, I had like 8 dice or something, a couple of dice vindictive glare, and he got rid of it. And then I tried to throw 5 dice at hand to move my night goblins back over here, and then that way they'd rally. But yeah, he got rid of that. I think he threw all his dice and just double 6 dispelled it. So he still hasn't eaten his spell eating runes. It's a bit frustrating. All my bolt throwers they shot at this guy, got it down to like a wound or something like that. But the other rock lobbers, my other 4 war machines, 3 of them scattered and missed, and the other one misfired. Just couldn't shoot this turn, so that gyro is really causing me some pains. And then, yeah, so he charges with his quarrelers, making my night goblins flee back towards me, and then charges them with the gyro and catches them and kills them. So that original hand of Gork there just cost me 130 points. Pretty silly. Had to do some movement though. This troll gets taken out by a bolt thrower. And this cannon, his left cannon again, comes up short. Hit, bounce, still doesn't hit my artillery. So I'm getting away with the luck here. These guys are still sitting around. I'm actually, if you can see, he's lost 2 crew members here. I've actually been able to kill 2 dwarves in this struggle. And again, not probably just swift reform back into normal, and then moved back a bit. Brought my general back in that unit. Not a whole lot of movement. I throw 5 dice at vindictive glare. Great roll, but I think he spell ate it then. And then, yeah, got Gork will fix it up on that. Yes, I don't think much happened there. Looks like, yeah, look, just missing again. These guys are still in a tickle fight. His turn 6, I don't think he got anything, and so my turn 6, I can come out to play finally, and I'm just moved my trolls up. The reason why I've done that, just I was, I guess I didn't have to do it, but my plan was just to hand a Gork at least one rock lubber up onto the hill. Yeah, his gyro's flying behind the hill, that's what it is. Yeah, I tried that 5 dice at hand a Gork, and I guess he spell ate that one as well. And I just shot the remaining bolt thrower at a war machine just to see what I could do, and I blew it up. But luckily, my Doom Divers don't let me down and take off that final wound off that guy. Up in combat there, though. Oh, yes, but my indirect 2 rock lobbers take out the organ gun finally after 6 turns of shooting at it. And his single bolt thrower crew finally kills my Wolf Riders. And that's pretty much where it ended. Yes, massively exciting. Yeah, I mean, on one hand it was, bleh, but on the other hand we actually enjoyed it. It was like, everything you had to make sure you were totally hidden away or not and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a challenge. I've threw away 130 points with my Night Goblin sending him out there, which, maybe I should just waited until the gyros came closer or something, but I just thought at the time worth it. I mean, going into this, this night we were going to sort of have all the guys over, and I was going to play the chaos against chaos and stuff like that. I'd probably not want to match up against dwarves. I'd put this down as like probably a 14-6 loss to me usually, just getting, depending on where the hills are, if I can't hide everything, his cannons are just going to destroy my artillery, and then really can't do a whole lot. But getting a 10-10 in the end was, I think, a win. I'll take that. It was probably close to an 11-9 win to him, just because, I mean, really, geez, he had some shocking luck with hitting my Mangler. I mean, he only had to kill the Mangler and he would have got that to an 11-9. But hey, that's what happened. It's 10-10, and I think at the ETC team tournament that we're going to play, ETC style team tournament, I'll take that. Anyway, that's, hope you enjoyed it, even though it's Gunline versus Gunline, and hopefully get some other ones out soon. Cheers, guys.